final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
That's reeled in. It's Daniels. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for space, it's Smothers. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Finds a little space. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
That's caught. It's Marion.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback
turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Looking for the time with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
They'll run it to the right side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. And the Hurricanes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's back. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it on the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Now the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It Smothers. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Here on third down. To throw, it's Bailey. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Just needs a crack to get a return. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He'll return it. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Right on the money. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give on the inside. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Makes the grab on the left. He's out past the 35. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. It's complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The offense set for a first down play. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Got his man quickly. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
He'll get this drive started from the 29. The give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Turning it on! And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Beck. Got it in the middle, it's Lyle. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got his man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Hurricanes are on the move. Looking for room, it's Fletcher. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Quickly to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line.
Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Gets it to him on the screen. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past.
Looking for the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Beck. That's caught. It's Marion. Still running at the 40. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Finds the tight end. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big. You've forced a 3rd down. One more big stop. Now I can get them to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Canes are flying down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give to the lone running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal.
42.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Miami. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What we talk about all the time, the coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. NC State going up tempo. On 3rd down, going up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Lets it fly. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They're setting up the screen. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Got a man in the middle. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as